Hey, what's up you guys? It's Miles. If you're not new to this channel, then you may know that from the moment I turned 18, I decided to do this really quirky thing, which was ruin the body that God gave me by getting a lot of tattoos. So over the past couple years, I've been updating you guys on how that's been going. So today, I'm just gonna show you all of my tattoos, talk about what they mean, show you what they look like. Unlike my last videos in this series, I'm not just gonna pick up where I left off because last time I looked like this. What's up, daddies? Yo, like, and the time before that, I looked like this.
This is a video that I didn't know I'd be making right now because I seldomly give out the secrets.
Why did no one tell me? Just kidding, they did. And please comment down below what tattoos you want to get. Okay, you asked, I hope you're watching. Let's do it. Also, if you love learning things about me, buy my book. It's up for pre-order on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all places books are sold. So my teenage years were born out of the 2010s, and I was raised on large amounts of Tumblr and Mountain Dew. So my tattoo inspiration has always been late night adventures, best friends forever, shitty stick and pokes at parties, things that aren't so much thought out ideas, but just feelings. So from the start, I just wanted to focus on one arm. It may look filled, but I plan to get so much more. I want my tattoos over and underlapped, just like a big scribbly sleeve with just snapshots of my youth all woven together. Currently, I have 21 tattoos on my right arm, and I finally have ones off of my arm as well. I've got 3, one on my back, one on my knee, and one on my rib. I think with tattoos, it's the same with anything in life. You're never gonna please everyone. But I mean, the moment we start letting other people dictate what we do with our skin, I don't know. Do what you wanna do with your body and your life and your career. Okay, let's do the video. A tiny little cactus with a tiny little crown. It's just a big trans tattoo, so that's probably why a lot of people like it. A lot of you guys have actually gotten a crown tattooed because of it. Some of them I've drawn. A lot of you guys know my coming out story, but what you may not know is I got this tattoo the 3rd day after I left my folks' house. You know, you're a fresh gay about to couch surf Los Angeles. And so, you know, I did what any rational person would do in that situation, and I decided to drive to the desert. I just camped in the desert for my first week, which of course there'd be a tattoo shop. Like, why wouldn't there be? And you know, there's nothing holding you back now, so you're like, we're just gonna. It was honestly, it was either this or a lip ring, and it was just really sus, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna leave here without some sort of infection. And I feel like the tattoo is gonna be least traumatic for my body to go through, you know? So that's what I did, and I got a cactus with a crown. The theory behind it is, I knew I wanted something here that was living. I wanted something alive and that was breathing, and that was probably because I was just like so sad. But I was like, I want a plant, and we were in the desert, so I was like, I want a cactus, because they're everywhere. And so cactuses will have like the little thingy on top, and when it was drawn out, this one, it looked like a crown. So then I was like, whoa, that's so cool. I get to decide, is it a king cactus or a queen cactus? I get to assign gender to this genderless thing, and thus the meaning was born. It isn't a king, and it isn't a queen. It's a cactus. It's not even a cactus. It's a tattoo. It's a not even realistic tattoo. Maybe it's a cactus. It could look like something else to you. It definitely isn't a boy or girl. It barely looks like a cactus, you know? But it has a crown, so it is royal. So that's the answer. It is and it isn't. Are you mad yet, Dad? And so like, you know, I felt that. Not just for like, I mean, that was at the point where I had just like recently cut my hair short. Coming to terms with my sexuality really opened the door for me coming out with my gender identity. Something that I was never able to really face with the household I grew up in and the community I was a part of. It's a big trans tattoo before I even came out as being trans. That's it. That's the whole story. It was there from the start of me really trying to figure out everything I got going on. So it's really cool that it started really becoming something else for other people, and I started to really champion the crown as like a part of my imagery for spreading LGBTQ-ness on the internet and social spaces. Next, keeps getting sappy, a swirly twirly YouTube symbol. I always wanted a YouTube tattoo. I've been doing YouTube since I was 11 years old. I got a little spiral in it because I didn't want people to like clock it and be like, you got a YouTube tattoo? And I actually got it like the day I hit 200,000 subscribers. 2's always been my favorite number. I'm born on the 2nd. Next, Save the Arctic. This tattoo has a lot more to do about LA than it does about the actual Arctic. But fun fact, the moment I got this, I signed up on SaveTheArctic.org and started donating monthly coin to the organization because I was like, you know, I'm like, I literally have Save the Arctic on me, so if I'm not dedicating the rest of my life to saving this Arctic, what am I doing? So a lot of you guys know I was born in Los Angeles, but my teen years were in Orange County. I always wanted to live here, so I would just drive my gay ass 2 hours to come to West Hollywood, where they literally have rainbows on the crosswalks. And I would just hang out at the Starbucks across from Pump and the Abbey. It's now a Salt and Straw. Really do nothing, but just wish I could be here, because being here meant I would be accepted and I would be out as myself and also out away from people that didn't get it. Every single drive, I would just look up and lock eyes eyes with one specific overpass that someone put a sign on that said, "Save the Arctic." And that just always like made me laugh my ass
because
off.
it wasn't like .org.
It wasn't like, here's where you donate. It wasn't like, save the Arctic by, like, at least with like Save the Turtles, we know what to do. You don't use straws. It literally said nothing. It just said save the Arctic, and I would just be like stuck in bumper to bumper traffic and be like, bitch, wait, how? What can I do in this moment to save the Arctic? Where's the Arctic? It was so funny to me, and it became less about the Arctic and more about like, I'm about to go to LA. My parents hate me. About to try to figure out how to save that Arctic for an hour and a half. So you know my dumb ass was like, I'm gonna get that tattooed. When I moved to LA, I earned that tattoo, and that's exactly what I did. And I actually got it in San Francisco, but at my first Pride. Next. My safety pin. I got a safety pin tattoo somewhere random on Hollywood Boulevard. Oh my God, it was like maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. This wasn't planned for me to get like at a certain shop or like at a certain time, but it was something that I knew I wanted to get. The moment I was given a key to my grandmother's apartment, who I had just met, because I'd been estranged from her for like 20 years, which is a whole other story. She gave me a key to her apartment, and attached to the key was a safety pin, which I still, where is it? Which, yes, I still have. Just to make like a whole story short, I was reunited with extended family members of mine because they found me on YouTube. So I got a tattoo. My open 24 hours sign. A lot of you guys actually probably saw me get this tattoo. It was actually part of my television series Hella Gay that was brought on by Full Screen in like 2016, 2017. Where I traveled around the US and I talked to cool people that were doing stuff in the LGBTQ+ world. And on this episode, I actually had on Gabby Dunn, a bisexual writer, comedian, and actress. Since she was bisexual, we talked a lot about the bi erasure. So we made it permanent and like got a tattoo. So she got a heart with the bi flag in it. And I got a 24-hour sign. And the reasoning behind that was because when I came out, it did not go well. I was a really dependent person, and after coming out, I had to learn my independence. So, you know, it was a really big awakening for me, and I really had to fend for myself. So this kind of has two meanings. One of them, quite literally, I used to go to a cafe that was called Harbor House Cafe. It's still there. It's actually really close to where I used to live. An old rock and roll diner from the 30s that is open 24/7, and so I would go there at any hour, all hours. I've been there always. Just sat in my booth and carved my name everywhere. If you go there, you will find them. The world's there for you. No matter what you're going through, the world's gonna be there for you 24/7. And so will other people. You know, it's not just the bubble that you're in. There's so many places you can go. There's so many people you're not really stuck, even though you feel like you are, and even though it feels really real and it seems really real, there's a whole world out there, and like, you're gonna be okay. And I was okay. My next tattoo is actually two tattoos. It was the beginning of 2017. I was on my first nationwide tour. I didn't know that like, all the gays were following me. I really didn't. Like, I knew I was gay, and I knew I was dealing with gender stuff, but I didn't know everyone else was that was watching me. So it was just like so much support that like I really needed at that time, because I had just come out as trans. You guys were always drawing me stuff, specifically drawing me tattoos. So like, it made sense. We're talking about two sharks. I don't know where the idea of getting a shark tattoo came from, but I don't love sharks. I don't know if I asked you guys to draw me sharks, or if someone just drew me a shark and I was like, okay, everyone draw me sharks. You guys were giving me pictures of sharks and shark paraphernalia. I have so many like shark figurines and like merch still. It was all about sharks, and so I was trying to pick which shark tattoo I would get, and I had you guys vote online. And you know, the whole idea behind it was I could do whatever I want. Like, that was the basis of it. It was like, I could do whatever I want in this life. I can get a tattoo of a shark. It was like a huge endorphin boost for me of like, I can do whatever I want in this life, so I'm gonna get a tattoo of a shark. And then, I really liked two. I was trying to pick, you know, like which one? And I was like, you know, if we believe that, you know, you can do whatever you want. If we truly believe it, then why can't I get two? That's my logic. That was it. So I got two. I got two tattoos of sharks. I got one on a Saturday in Portland, Oregon, and I got one on a Sunday in Seattle, Washington. I live life on the edge. And I actually don't know if this is considered two tattoos or not, but like 2-3 years later, I actually got a spiral inside this one. Just because it was so open and it didn't make sense to shade it, and then it like matches this, and like, I don't know, I think it makes more sense. Look at it. I mean, it's a shark inside of a sandwich. I don't know if we really need to be questioning the spiral here, you know? Lover boy inside of a mouth. This tattoo was fully my idea. I'm not like a drawer though, so like I drew it out and then I like gave it to them and was like, make it better. It also has super wonky teeth, which like I love. I just thought it was sick, so I got it. I actually got this like a week before I went on the Love is Love tour, like end of 2017. And I didn't get any when I was on that tour, can you believe? My wrestler mask. This is the only tattoo I have that's a stick and poke. It doesn't look that different than the rest. I don't know if that means I got a great stick and poke or I have terrible tattoos. You be the judge of that. I'm sure a lot of you guys know my friend Adam. Add him on TikTok. We've gone on many adventures together, one of them being getting matching tattoos. We didn't know what to get. Like literally, like we were driving there, we had no idea what to get. But he was wearing a shirt, I actually still have it. This, and it had these little wrestler dudes on it. We were like, well, let's just get these guys. But it's funny looking at this now, knowing that we got it off of this shirt, because there's so much going on with this shirt. Like, what did Parallel Universe us get? Like, we so could have got that bird. Why did we hate this bird? Hold on. Next, Michelangelo's David. This was drawn by the same person who did that. I actually also got this one in Portland. Funny. I knew I wanted like a super masculine statue, maybe something Greek mythology, something along those lines is my next tattoo, and they drew this. I also really wanted it to have a mask because of a Shel Silverstein poem I really like, which I've talked about a bunch and I love, just because it means a lot to me regarding like coming out. It's basically about two beings that are blue and they wear a mask, and their entire lives they're trying to find someone else who is blue so they can take their mask off and like feel okay. But they're both wearing a mask, and so they just walk right by each other and they never know. If you're still with me, please comment down below pizza fries. I just gotta know. I'll be in the comments. I'll like it. Please comment pizza fries. A chair. It's funny. This was like, I don't know what, like my 10th tattoo? What number are we on? I had the idea for this tattoo before I had any tattoos. And as a teenager, I was like, oh my God, Alice in Wonderland, all this stuff following. I was also in Alice in Wonderland Junior at my middle school. Can you guess who I played and why did you guess Tweedledum? We all get a seat at the table. It's like a place for me to sit. I was like really sad and really gay, okay? So I got art. This tattoo is literally one of my favorites, and I'm so sad I didn't get it overlapping on my forearm because it would just be perfect and I just want to look at it, but I always forget it's there because it's literally like the back of my arm. This is my most on the whim tattoo. I got it with Megan. We didn't plan to get tattoos. I don't know if we ever even talked about getting tattoos. We were just having the worst night. We just went from having like the best night, and then it just went so bad. We were like both in tears, and we just looked at each other, and I forget who said it first, but we were just like, let's go get a tattoo. I'm doing a tattoo tag, and I'm talking about how we got this tattoo together.
Mine's so bumpy, maybe a little infected.
I was gonna say, even to this day, I'll get like little white like zits that like aren't zits.
No, the guy who did mine, I should not have trusted him. I put too much trust in him. I don't know. I just remember we went somewhere, so I was in like full glam, whatever, and then I cried it all off, and then I really quick re-put on all the glam, and then we went back out.
We just went to whoever was open on Hollywood Boulevard.
Had an Uber drop us off on Hollywood Boulevard.
Evil Mickey Mouse. So I have an evil Mickey, and spoiler alert, I also have an evil Donald. And I remember mid getting it, I was like, are people gonna think I'm a Disney adult? I just thought it was sick. My knee tattoo. I have heaven on my knee. It's one of those tattoos that just made sense. I knew I wanted to get something on my knee. I wasn't sure what, and I felt like there was no object or like symbol that would really make sense and like translate well on a knee, but I did think a word would. The guy I went to does really good lettering, but he like so aggressively wanted me not to get it on my knee and tried to convince me to get it above, just because like it's a joint, it will bleed. It was so painful. I don't see how people have like full skulls like on their kneecaps. Literally, like you just kick. You just kick. Originally I thought sinner, I thought sin, I thought hell for a bit. Then I was like, I don't want strangers to look at my knee and see something negative and then feel something negative. And so I was like, okay, what's a word that could be negative but looks really positive? This was literally my thought process. I thought, well, that word's heaven. There's been a lot of negativity that's touched people that I love that's rooted in organized religion, and this is a word that surrounds that world. It's something that can be super positive or super negative. And I think that goes for literally everything. Depends on the person, depends on the time, depends on the place. A lot of things can be really negative, but also be really positive, and that's kind of just life. But yeah, I wanted a word on my knee, so that's it. My back tattoo. Did I get sunburn? What the hell? We're literally in quarantine. Where am I going? It says angel. This one's in my handwriting. The word angel to me, it just makes me think of my mom, and it has a lot of connection to her in that way. And it felt right to get it on my back. I don't know why. My rib tattoo. This tattoo was done by my friend Morgan. Her and I had always had tattoo guns, but for some reason, summer of 2019, we just didn't. I think I threw mine out and hers like got stolen. or she stole someone's. And I remember we were hanging out at my house and we were like, oh, I wish we could tattoo each other. And then we were like, why can't we? So we went and bought a tattoo gun. Now, as you may know, the summer of 2019 was the height of hot girl summer. And this girl summer and that girl summer. And so I decided to make it timeless and get something that would make sense for me and my life and my career, and that goth boy summer. This is definitely my favorite and my most meaningful tattoo out of forever. I love it. I love the memory. I love what it says. I think it's youthful and I think it's me. I love the story behind it. I love that we didn't just go to a tattoo shop or be like, oh, I wish we could tattoo each other, but we can't. But we just like did it and like figured it out. I love the horse circus. My human tattoo. I totally forgot about this one. Wow, it's super overlapped. I got this tattoo right when I came out as being trans. My little beetle bug. I got this one from my friend Morgan. A really good memory I have of her is just like this goth Snow White moment where, you know, Snow White can just be like, oh, and like all the birds come out and she's just like in the wind, you know. That was Morgan, but to Beatles. And it was just like a great memory, and she's just like one of the only people, if not the only person I've ever met in my entire life that just exudes love for anyone, for anything. And like the stuff that like people think looks the grossest or the meanest or the worst, like she just always has found the good in everything. So I got this for her. It got like it was like a fern. Got a fern to kind of fill this area here, which is one of the most painful areas to get a tattoo. I thought it'd be a cool tattoo and it'd be a good filler for like this area. Also looks like a little beetle, it's just like springing out. Eros tattoo. If you know Greek mythology, then you know Eros, also known as Cupid. I do have plans to fully shade him. Just when I got this tattoo, I also got this tattoo. So I was just like in so much pain and there for like too many hours, and I'm like, I'll let you live. I'm gonna leave. But yeah, I definitely wanted like that masculine energy as well as the god of love. I think it's really cool seeing how like our species has like made sense of the world and things around us like through history. My broken clock. I've never gotten like a birthday tattoo before, and this was that for me, which is cool, like having a solar return and like actually getting a clock on you. It's like, I have a Tumblr, I know my birth chart. But yeah, this was some flash from a tattoo artist that I love, and they rearrange it a little bit with any person that they put it on, so everyone's is unique, and this one's mine. By the same tattoo artist as the last one, I got another one of his flash. Originally, we were gonna place it on the back of my arm in this space. I specifically didn't because I loved it so much, and I was like, I wanna look at it, and I want people to see it. Are you ready for the tattoo? It is a bunny rabbit stealing a man and smoking a cigarette, and I love it very much. I just love this tattoo. It's just what is happening. For me, it's like, don't forget about all the whimsy and all the amazing and the fantastic and the unbelievable. Don't just give that up and don't forget. And hopefully for those who do, it'll come back to them. And for my last and latest tattoo, only because we're in quarantine, and I'm so mad I don't have a tattoo gun here, guys. I thought you was a American. This one is super overlapped, and like I absolutely love the way it came out. But you know what? Like I'm just like, I'm so sorry to whoever is watching this entire video and hoping that the last tattoo has like the most meaning, because like it really doesn't. It actually has no meaning. That's how little thought I put into this. I just really thought it would look good and cool, and it's my body, and I'm choosing to cover my arm with tattoos, and I was like, I would like it to look good, and this would look good. And so that's what I did. I don't know, if you want more meaning, I booked the tattoo appointment after I found out my car got towed. I was like, I don't want to deal with this, so I'll get a hit of endorphins by texting my tattoo guy, booking a tattoo for next week. That's it. That's the whole tattoo. There's the arm. You did it. You made it through the video. And that's it. That's all the tattoos I have on my body so far. Do you hate it? Hi, Dad. Yeah, that's it. I plan to get so many more. I love you guys so much. Please turn on my post notifications, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Has good manners.